What's happening, everybody? Jay Shockblast here, and this will probably be. I know I've said it before, but this could be or end up being my last video for Lego Marvel Superheroes. Of course, keep the requests coming if there's something you really want to see and I feel like it's worthwhile. I will definitely pop the game back in and make that video. But for now, I just want to say thank you again for all the support. And this is my 10 favorite characters in Lego Marvel Superheroes. These are the 10 characters I feel like I use the most, or I just quite enjoy the most, I felt were the best made. We're going to start off the first part of the video right here with two honorable mentions. So I guess it would be characters number 11 and 12. Just didn't make the list. Both of these characters are not necessarily the most useful per se, but they're two characters that I really love in comics in general. So right now, let's start off with the Taskmaster. So Taskmaster does have some usefulness. In that he can basically double as Captain America. So when you need to do the Captain America shield stuff, you are able to do so with Taskmaster, which is pretty cool. Um, you know, I personally, when I'm doing story mode stuff, or even if it's in free roam, I kind of get tired of using the same popular characters over and over again. And Taskmaster is a character that I really, really enjoy. So, obviously he's got, the bow and arrow. He can do some stuff there. And he's got a sword, so he can melee up close. He's very acrobatic in that regard. And then, of course, he's got the shield to do the shield attack. So as I jump in the water, Taskmaster is honorable mention number 1. And honorable mention number 2 is Moon Knight, who he throws his little moon boomerang. So, I mean, you got something you can throw. I don't know if it counts as explosive damage because I haven't really tried it. The main reason I like Moon Knight is just. I said jumping in the water again. I just like Moon Knight as a character. He's basically Marvel Comics Batman, and except he's actually really insane. Marvel has really tried to push him over the years, and with varying degrees of success or lack thereof, I should say. But they definitely got him doing things for me. I mean, I certainly enjoy him. So, again, like Taskmaster, there's some parts that are just really not that useful with him. He's kind of just a guy, if you will. But I do enjoy me some Moon Knight. So he is my honorable mention number 2. And with that, let us get on to the top 10. Obviously, working our way down and starting number 10. All right, number 10 on my list is this guy right here, one of the horsemen of the apocalypse. That is right, this is Archangel himself, Wendell Worthington, a member of the X-Men, a member of the X-Force. He was also one of Apocalypse, Four Horsemen of Doom. That's how he has his metal wings. So I really just think he's one of the coolest looking characters in the game. Um, there is definitely some usefulness issues. He throws these metal spikes that come from his, basically from his wings, as he would normally do. Normally, they would just shoot out of his actual wings. But, so, I mean, I like that. But, when you need a character that can fly, I just feel like, the animations are really cool. I just like the wings flapping. In that regard, somebody like Falcon and the Vulture are kind of the same way, where they have some wings and they'll kind of flap along while you fly. But I really feel like Archangel is just such a cool looking character. So I definitely really appreciate him a little bit more. Um, you know, there are probably characters that are slightly more useful. Like, I probably Iron Man is not going to be on my list, and a lot of that is really just because Iron Man is such a popular character, and everybody's pretty much going to use him anyway. So for me, just because Archangel is just such a cool looking character, I really feel like they did a great job with him. Um, he is on my list at number 10. Um, the reason why he makes it over Moon Knight and Taskmaster, who were my honorable mentions, is the simple fact that he can fly. Being able to fly with a character is so much better than the ones that can't, because obviously, I can get myself across the map or wherever I want to go super fast. And, um, with the characters that don't fly, you have to basically fast travel, um, which is not that big of a deal. It's just time consuming, and just it could have been better. Um, so yeah. Anyway, number 10 is Archangel, and we'll see you number 9. All right, number 9 on my list is this big scary guy playing with flowers. That is right, Thanos. He is a pre-order bonus, so if you want him, you have to have pre-ordered the game. Um, I like him mostly because he is a big character, and you know, I wanted when I need to go to a big character, I go to Thanos. He can rip stuff off the walls. Also, as a big character, he's got this kind of power cosmic where he can shoot stuff. Um, I really, really, really enjoy Thanos. Thanos is just one of my favorite characters in the Marvel Universe in general. So I think it was an easy choice for me to pick Thanos. Obviously, I'm looking forward to whatever they're going to do with him in the movies. They obviously teased him at the end of the Avengers. Ultron is going to be the main villain in the Avengers 2, supposedly. But I think we're going to see more Thanos in that regard. And I do think Thanos is going to be heavily involved with the Guardians of the Galaxy movie. I think that is actually more likely. Um, you know, I don't have another big character on my list because this is my guy. When I need to do when I'm in free roam or whatever, where I need to use like a Hulk type character, I use Thanos because I just think he's just a cooler character. I'm definitely more of a Thanos fan than I am a Hulk fan, and it's Thanos. I mean, come on, how do you go wrong with Thanos? Um, I could have gone Hulkbuster Iron Man because that character is really cool. Thanos does not fly. Hulkbuster does not fly either. He just kind of hovers. But my preference is definitely Thanos over Hulkbuster Iron Man. So, like I said, for me, number 9 on my list is Thanos. Let's see who I got. Number 8. All right, number 8 on my list is this Chiquita right here. That is right, it is the Dark Phoenix. Can also be interchanged with Phoenix. And she's on my list for that little move right there. When she is not active, like a lot of characters, they have these moves they do. And I love that one right there. It's sassy, or whatever you want to call it. I really just think she's just a cool character. Um, Phoenix and Dark Phoenix basically are the exact same characters. Just one is Phoenix and the other is Dark Phoenix. Jean Grey is a little bit different because she doesn't fly. You're going to notice a pattern with a lot of the characters on this list. Most of them do fly. That's a huge prerequisite for me in enjoying playing as the character. Is just being able to fly across the map and not have to worry about fast traveling and stuff like that. I just like being able to get around the map really fast. So Phoenix, I'm not really like a big X-Men fan or anything like that, but just the character has so much history. Uh, it's hard not to really like her. Obviously, Jean Grey is one of the signature members of the X Men, and this is the Dark Phoenix saga is one of the biggest storylines in Marvel Comics history. So, like I said, there's a lot of history with the character. So it's definitely cool. I feel like they really did a good job with her. So I do enjoy her quite thoroughly. She does shoot fire, so if you need to do some fire related damage, you can do that. Um, Also, yeah, there she goes with the fire. Um, I'm not 100% positive off the top of my head. She should be able to do, telepathy, uh, but I don't actually recall 100% sure that she does. Obviously, you can use her to destroy the gold bricks. Um, I know Jean Grey definitely has telepathy, so I thought it carried over with Phoenix and Dark Phoenix, because as you'll see, Phoenix does the exact same things as Dark Phoenix. Jean Grey does not. So uh, actually, I take that back. So Jean Grey, obviously, with Dark Phoenix, when I held down the B button, uh, it put out that fire. So might actually be that Dark Phoenix doesn't have the fire or the telepathy. So in any event, I'm saying Dark Phoenix slash Phoenix because they both do this little move and they both are basically overall the same character. I switch between the two anyway, and they're basically it's the same person. So um, definitely one that I enjoy. So moving on to number 7. Number 7. Number 7 on my list of favorite characters in Lego Marvel superheroes is Mysterio. I'm not necessarily, like I said in many videos, the biggest of Spider-Man fans, and Mysterio is definitely not a character I would have been excited for in the game, but he is badass. First of all, he just looks awesome. I really feel like they did a good job with it. I love the way the kind of cosmic energy kind of streams about him. He really is great because he counts as a one of your invisible characters. So you can just press B and he will go invisible. He also, you hold down this, and he has some firepower where he can actually destroy gold bricks. Does not work on silver bricks, but if you need somebody to do some gold bricks and go invisible when need be, he would be the guy. So definitely a really cool and fun character. Um, Obviously, we were in Times Square. This is the same type of mist that Thanos shoots out, so it's definitely a really great character, really capable of doing quite a bit. So I enjoyed him quite thoroughly, and I think you will too. I think a lot of people were really, really excited for me to unlock him, and he's been one of the most successful videos of the series of videos for each character I put out. So it's not really hard to see that he's a character that's popular for a lot of people. So, in any event, this is number 7 on my list, Mysterio. Let's see who I've got at number 6. Number
Gee whiz. Yeah.
Watch it, buddy.
Yeah!
Number 5. Number 4. All right, and at number 4 on our list, we have a personal favorite of mine. That is right, this is Star Lord, Peter Quill from the Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, this is 100% my personal taste. You may not agree with this pick at all, and that's fine. I understand. I just love me some Peter Quill. What can I say? I've become a very big fan of Guardians of the Galaxy. Um, I just really feel like this is a character that I used quite often. Mostly because he can fly. I think I've pretty much established at this point that characters that can fly definitely got a better rating from me. He's obviously got some gunplay where he can do take out like silver statues and stuff like that. Um, I just I like Star Lord, so I use him a lot, and that's really all there is to it. Um, not I mean, yeah. I guess I'm kind of speechless on it because I know that some people are probably gonna say, "Really, Star Lord?" A lot of the other characters on my list are kind of more interesting or have more powers than just shooting a gun and being able to fly. But you know the big purpose of these games is just to have fun, and what I really like about it the most is there's just so many characters in the game, and to be able to play as one of my favorite characters in the comics is really cool to me. So that's really the biggest reason why Star Lord's here. If you've watched a lot of the videos, you'll see Star Lord is there in a lot of the videos, just kind of hanging out. Because, hey, like I said, Guardians of the Galaxy, big fan. I like him much more than I like Rocket Raccoon or Groot or Gamora or Drax. But, having that whole crew in the game was really cool in any event. And I'm really looking forward to the Guardians of the Galaxy movie. And I think issue number 8 just came out yesterday. So I have to head down to my favorite comic book store and pick that up soon. But in any event, that's number 4 on my list. My next 3, if you followed any of my videos, should be pretty easy to guess. But let's see who number El Numero Tres. And at number 3, we've got Nova. Rich Rider for me. Might be Sam Alexander for some of you, but I hate Sam Alexander. I love Rich Rider, and Rich Rider, his Nova Prime is definitely one of my. Actually, he's probably my second favorite comic book character, right behind Deadpool. So having him at number 2 is a no-brainer for me. As you probably saw in the videos, I used him quite a bit. Obviously, he can fly, which, as I've said multiple times in this video, is really kind of a prerequisite for me playing as the character quite a bit. If you can fly, I wanted to use you, just because it was easier. It's easier to get around. His, what Nova has going for him, obviously otherwise, is the fact that he can. Let's go down here. He's got the fire powers, so he's able to shoot things with his fire motion, and he's got the fire beam that he can shoot out. So yeah, I mean it's just everybody has their preferences. For me, it's definitely Nova. If I'm gonna play as a flying character, or if I need somebody that can do that can either fly or needs to do fire, he's probably my go-to character. Well, one of 2 different characters that I use the most. I'll kind of say that because my number one character, a hint, is also a flyer, and I probably use him just as much as Nova, if not more. So right now we're at the Baxter building. I'm trying to get different backgrounds for everybody, so it kind of looks a little bit different. So in any event, one of the cooler looking characters in the game. He's got the fire damage, and he can fly. So there we go. So that's Nova, number 3 on my list, and number 2 is number 2. All right, number 2 on my list is the Merc with a Mouth. That is right, Deadpool. And I wanted to show you his gameplay in level so you can see some of the awesome moves that he does, which I have not really been able to show you yet, simply because, you know, you get him so late in the game. He would probably be number 1 on my list if it wasn't for the fact that, you know, you get him just so late in the game. And I know that's been like a point of contention for a lot of people. He is just too dope. He's a lot of fun. Obviously, he's a big-time narrator in the game. So you'll actually see him throughout the game. He narrates his Deadpool levels. He's got a really cool motion when he runs. He's got the guns. When he shoots stuff, he'll go bang, 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 which is a lot of fun. I would have him number 1 if it wasn't for the fact that you got him so late in the game. And there is one other character that I use a whole heck of a lot more. Trying to skip all this cinematic stuff. I really, like I said, I just wanted to show him in action, where he's actually fighting some people. So you can see some of the animations. Like this one right here is just so cool. I just love that one to death. Then he has one more. I don't know if we're going to get to see it. Let's move along. They might. Yeah, here we go. Should hopefully get to see the other one here, where he pulls out his guns. If we're lucky. You know, he's pretty powerful. Let's see what we got here. Got Loki, gonna talk some smack.
You made it. I was beginning to worry. Do you like what I've done with the place?
So this is really cool. You know, with his sword, he's actually able to, I didn't realize this until right now. With his sword, it looks like he can actually take down Gold's, you know, just Gold's actual structures. Which, you know, generally is for fire-based players. But, you know, hey, more power to him. Let's see what happens when I,
Behold, you are now under my power. Ta-ta for now!
Alright, well, I guess I'm not actually as able to blow up gold stuff as I thought I was. But in any event, this is Deadpool. I'm just going to go ahead and return to New York City with him. Yeah, we'll save and exit. You know, like I said, you know, Deadpool is just one of those characters that, you know, because you get him so late in the game, it's kind of tough for me to rate him any higher than number 2. He is my favorite comic book character, so there may be a little bit of bias having him on the list this high. But judging by the reaction I've received, I should say, from a lot of you guys and wanting to see him and just being enthusiastic about him, I think you're all going to be pretty much in agreement that this is a great character. And yeah, it always switches to these guys on the deck. So let me pull up Deadpool and Nova. The only reason I'm pulling them up is because this is my 2 and 3 characters. So very acrobatic, does a lot of really great moves. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. So Deadpool is my number 2 character in LEGO Marvel Superheroes, and that leads us to numero uno, number 1. He pulls out a banana and sometimes a bone. Yeah, number one. Who is it? Who could it possibly be? Any guesses? Well, let's find out. Number one. All right, so here we go. Number one on the list. Who could it possibly be? I know that if you look in the right corner, you can already see. So let's go ahead and switch over to the most unlikely number one going into that there could possibly be. If going into the game, if you told me this is going to be my favorite character in the game, I would have said, "Huh, that's interesting." Okay, I can see it. And here he is. It's Galactus. So yeah, Galactus is very, very useful. He's got this laser, which actually kind of shoots the power cosmic, and it will actually destroy gold bricks. He can just shoot individually. Of course, he flies, which is basically a prerequisite for me to be one of my favorite characters in general. Anyway. I should have known that this was not going to work out. That was interesting. So, yeah, man, Galactus. I didn't even know he was going to be a playable character in the game. I knew that you'd be able to, he would be a boss battle, but he is playable, and he flies, and he shoots stuff. He has the ability to destroy fire bricks, which, like I said, is pretty clutch. Or, I'm sorry, gold bricks, which is pretty clutch. And he has the power cosmic, so he can put together puzzles that require the power cosmic. So, yeah, he does so much. I've even heard people say that he does telepathy. And I haven't actually tested that myself. And if that's the case, I mean, that just makes him that much cooler. He's a cool looking character as well. I'm glad they didn't make him they made him a minifig and not, a Hulk size fig, because he doesn't really fit that format. Yeah, I just really can't say enough about Galactus. Not necessarily one of my favorite characters in the Marvel Universe, but, obviously it's pretty tough not to think he's a badass. I mean, he eats planets. So there he is, Galactus. And, as I kind of think about it, I probably should have added Silver Surfer in my honorable mentions, because Silver Surfer is pretty cool, the way he surfs with the surfboard. But, c'est la vie, I guess. Galactus, though, I really just think he's a cool character. Um, you know, I I think most people may have noticed in a lot of the videos that I was using him quite a bit. Just yeah, I really can't rave enough about him. Uh, Hasbro actually made a Galactus figure for the Marvel Universe action figure line, and it's one that I kind of passed on for a long time, and I really actually just having fun and enjoying using him in this game made me wish that I had bought that sooner. I'm actually kind of on the lookout for it now. Um, we'll see what happens. I'm sure there's still plenty of them out there that are available. So that brings us to a close to my list of my top 10 favorite characters in the Lego Marvel Universe. I'm sorry, Lego Marvel Superheroes video game. Um, just to recap, we got Galactus number 1, Deadpool number 2, we've got Nova number 3, Star-Lord number 4, Electro 5, Iceman 6, Mysterio 7, Phoenix and Dark Phoenix number 8, Thanos number 9, and last but not least, we have Archangel at number 10. So here's our champion. I think this is probably, like I said, going to be one of my last videos I make. Unless anybody has any other ideas they'd like to see, let me know. Thank you again for all your support throughout these almost 200 Lego Marvel superhero videos that I've made. I've picked up over 1,000 subscribers, close to 1,500 subscribers throughout this process, which is just baffles me, blows my mind. Thank you so much. I think it's not going to include any gameplay, but I think you're going to see me make another video showing 10 characters that I want to see in the next Lego Marvel Superheroes game. And I think we all know there will be one. Hey, there's Galactus in the shop. You know, it makes sense that, you know, if TT Games does anything, it's take full advantage of their licenses. And, you know, we had a Lego Batman 2. I would imagine they're working on Lego Batman 3 right now. And I can see no reason why, with the success this game is going to have, they wouldn't want to do a Lego Marvel Superheroes 2. So when that happens, there's 10 characters out there that I think I wouldn't have minded seeing in this game that I hope were the next one. So that'll be my next project. For now, I am Jay Shockblast signing out. Thank you for your support, and we will catch you later. Peace.